Here you Aries have someone trying to come back and it's not working. The Six of Cups is them trying to come back. The King of Cups is about you're not really taking it very seriously at all. You're not paying attention to it too much. And you're just looking at it as a mere grain of salt. You're like, yeah, whatever, right? The Hierophant is about because you're trusting your instincts. You tried to work it out with this person once before, and you Aries know that it doesn't work, because if it did, you'd still be with them. And the thing is that then you have the King of Pentacles. Excuse me, the Nine of Pentacles, excuse me. So the Nine of Pentacles is about you have other things to do. You have other responsibilities that you have to take care of. The world does not revolve around these people that is just going to hang around you and be in the way and, you know, make you jealous and play all these games. A lot of you Aries are not really down for that, especially you more straight-laced Aries. You know, and sometimes Aries can really get a bad rep for not being serious enough, right? And that all it is that a lot of you Aries do is just throw temper tantrums. And yeah, with some Aries that could be the case, but a lot of y'all, the temper tantrum comes from not necessarily having things go your way. So now that a lot of you Aries are realizing that okay, but a lot of you Aries understand that it's not how do I say, it's not you Aries understand that that's not true for you, right? I was reading a notification trying to figure out when my mom was coming home. But it's not true for you that you're going to throw a temper tantrum. Because a lot of you Aries have learned to put responsibilities first and foremost, right? And the 10 life values: spirituality, health, family. So the Six of Wands represents how a lot of you understand that. So you're not in that type of situation where you have to constantly be thinking about if love is going to find you, you know, what's going to happen to you, you know, constantly worrying about your fate. Is love going to find you? Is things going to work well for you? A lot of you Aries have an understanding that, you know, when you will date, but if you and this person don't necessarily go well together, then there's nothing that you can really do because you're not going to force it, right? So a lot of you will hang out with them, and if things don't necessarily seem to be working out well, you will keep it moving. So then the thing is that the Page of Pentacles now represents, so for you Aries, you have to understand as well that what you've got going on is ultimately you're growing up, you're changing, you're growing. And like I said, your priorities are changing. So now that your priorities change, that's where your attention goes, because your priorities change. And that's where the power is. Because now you don't have to worry so much about, oh, relationships and if this person in particular is going to come back. Now you Aries have an understanding of, you know, if the two of you were meant to be together, the two of you would ultimately still be together. But I want to go ahead and put a caveat in that, and just to kind of let y'all know that sometimes people break up over really stupid relationships when they are in good relationships. So I'm not encouraging you Aries to that know that y'all are in great relationships and you break up a great relationship. I mean, take a look at Tyrese Gibson and Samantha Lee. You know what I mean? Samantha Lee did everything that she could to break that relationship up, that good quality relationship up. So if that's something that she ultimately wants to do, right? So that's so, and Tyrese is a Capricorn. So, you know, take with that a grain of salt. But I'm using that as an example to show that you Aries want to be down to earth when it comes to making these decisions as well, right? Just to kind of put a caveat in that, because I want to see you Aries win, right? I want to see you Aries win. So the Page of Pentacles is about But if things between you and this other person, or as far as dating is concerned, don't necessarily seem to be going well, you do not have to feel like you should be rushed to date someone and get to know somebody. You can very much so choose to be by yourself for a little while. And then you have the Seven of Cups, right? So the Seven of Cups is about how, because what will happen is that you have plenty of options, right? You can choose to be by yourself. You can talk to somebody else. You can go right back to the same person that, you know, was trying to contact you or is contacting you, right? Or has contacted you, and said, what's up, right? And you have other options as well as far as other people. So it's not like you, Aries, are starving or you're starved out for options and you know, the well is run dry as of right now. What it is that you, Aries, just want to make sure that you're really doing the right thing. Because sometimes, you know, when it comes to breaking up and stuff like this, you need to be very careful before you really make the decision. And partially, I think that's part of the reason why it is that sometimes in certain cases people will stay, right? Is because they want to make sure of this, right? Trying to give the person a chance to change and everything like that. But that's the same kind of scenario for you, Aries, right? And you know, even with the Seven of Cups, if you realize through your heart of hearts that the quality of the people that will not change, and it's up to you to leave them alone. This person that contacted you, ultimately it's up to you to decide whether or not you're going to hang out with them again. But I don't really see you, Aries, deciding to go back to them, because it may be too much history between the two of you to actually decide to go back. So now the Two of Swords is about how you are in a situation, right, where you want to find, it's going to sound confusing, but you want to find somebody, but then you don't. And that kind of confusion is something that will hinder you a little bit when it comes to you finding somebody, because make a decision. You know what I mean? Pick a decision. There's drawbacks and there's benefits to either decision that you make. One decision has to be stronger than the other one. And a lot of times that level of indecision is what gets a lot of people really caught up more than making a decision. Because it's the essence of, well, I don't necessarily know really what it is that I want. Well, you better figure it out. You better figure it out fast. Because not making a decision can leave you more messed up than making a decision. And what I mean when I say making a decision is, if you want to be in a relationship, then date. If not, then stay out of the kitchen. You know, it's just that simple. Because you have a lot of options. So it's like, what is it that you really want to do? And a lot of you Aries may be having, and you have the Aries major arcana, which is Emperor. So you showed up in your own reading, right? So this is about you Aries having a lot on your plate, enough as it is. You got this ex coming back saying what's up to you, right? You're thinking about whether or not you should get back together with them, because you're trying to logisticize everything not really being bad, so bad with them. But if things were great, you'd still be with them. Then at the same time, you have the Nine of Pentacles, right? And the Nine of Pentacles represents this being a situation for you where, you know, you Aries also have a ton of responsibility, because you're putting your job, which is profession, which is number 8, as a priority, which you should, right? It's the way it's your bread and butter. It's the way you make your money. But then a lot of you Aries are burying yourselves in work as well. So it's like, you know, you want somebody and you have a lot to offer financially and stuff like this. And physically wise, you have a lot of the material things, but you also want, again, Seven of Cups, you want emotional fulfillment, right? You want to feel full on feelings and emotions, and someone there being by you that has your back. So again, you know, like I said, it's up to you at this point, but you have to really make the decision where it is that you really want to go, because this indecision that you're in, this being stuck in limbo will get you messed up. And then the Emperor represents you kind of sitting back, thinking about what it is that you should do, because which one has the most benefits. Now let's clarify some of these cards. Let's clarify the Emperor. The Hermit, Ace of Pentacles, Nine of Wands, Ten of Swords. My dog tripping. And I just washed my dog too. I just bathed my dog too. My dog tripping. Anyway, so you have the Hermit and the Ace of Pentacles, right? Which represents, because what's happening here is you Aries, what a lot of you Aries are doing is, a lot of you Aries are like, you're trying to figure it out on your own, and you're trying to be like, no, you don't really need anybody's help. And a lot of you Aries can figure it out on your own, but you're deliberately being indecisive because you're looking at, well, okay, if you get yourself into a relationship, is it going to be worth it? But then on the other hand, it's like, but you want one. So it's like, just be in a relationship and stop worrying your heads up about it. And if it doesn't work out, then it doesn't work out. Just go off, talk to another person. You know what I mean? As long as you are alive, as long as you are in one piece, you can, as long as your heart is open, you can always just go talk to somebody else, right? But while you are moving on, right, emotionally as well as physically, do the work. Know what you do well. Know what kind of skills you can take up that would be better off for you, and handle your business. The Nine of Wands and the Ten of Swords is about, because if you don't, you'll have people waiting in the wings to take advantage of you. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to be careful of this indecisiveness, because people unfortunately will try to take advantage of the indecisiveness itself and be like, oh, okay, cool. Let's see what it is I can get out of this fine Aries. So be careful. This isn't necessarily meant to be, you know, a terrible reading. This is just meant to be like kind of a warning, where you have a lot of options, and those options that you have, my dog tripping, y'all. The options that you have can end up being kind of like a crossroads that can end up getting you distracted, right? Because you have too many options. So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. I'm almost at 10,000 subs. I'm at 9522. Smash the subscribe button, smash that like button, hit the notification bell, set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos, and watch most of my videos as well. Blow those views up. I want to get a lot of views so that we can most definitely keep the channel going. Channel can grow. So yeah, blow those views up.